Florida. Spring break, a party on the beach. But the real excitement is in the water. Blacktip sharks by the thousands.
There's a bunch, there we go.
Oh, good.
All these black dots? Sharks.
There are no other shark migrations of this magnitude that we know of anywhere else on this planet.
Stephen Kajura is a shark expert and pilot. Today, he's going hunting.
I was contacted by the media about all these sharks that they kept seeing off the beach every winter. I said, this is a phenomenon the scientists have known about for years. The sharks come down here, spend the winter, and then they go north again. And I thought, oh, surely I can dig up some scientific literature on this. Turns out that when you actually look around, no one has studied this phenomenon.
He's rigged his plane with a video camera and a still camera, and he's flying a route from Boca Raton to Jupiter.
Where?
Focused on figuring out why all these sharks are packed into such a small area. When the weather cooperates, it's easy to spot them in the clear waters below.
It was so interesting the first time I went up. I was able to look down and see literally thousands of sharks right underneath the plane. It is truly mind-blowing. You don't realize, first off, how many there are, and secondly, how close they are to the shore. Both of these factors came into play, and I saw, wow, that is a lot of sharks right there.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
The video that we collect, we take it back to the lab, and my graduate student, Sherry, will literally go through it frame by frame, counting the numbers of sharks in each frame.
The numbers are mind-blowing.
In the peak season, that's about January, February, and March, in the wintertime, we average over 12,000 sharks in this narrow strip of beach between Boca Raton up to Jupiter Inlet. And so if you do the numbers on that, that works out to over 800 sharks per square kilometer. And that's an awful lot of animals in such close proximity to all the swimmers and bathers down here. What's interesting about the blacktip sharks in particular is that they're responsible for more bites on humans than any other shark species in Florida. Down here in South Florida, because we have such beautiful clear water, we're fortunate. The sharks are able to see, oh yes, that's a human, that's far too large, that's not a fish. They're not likely to bite us nearly as often. Most of the shark bites from these blacktip sharks are primarily occurring in northern Florida,
where the water is murkier.
We're going right off Palm Beach County here, right off Palm Beach. We're going to go out and fish for sharks. So let's go ahead and get some more of that bait chopped up.
To help figure out why there are so many sharks here, Stephen's using a new scientific toy.
We have just this year started the first set of transmitters implanted into the sharks to look at the long-term movements of these animals.
Installing transmitters means catching sharks, and like all animals, they are unpredictable.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, there it goes!
You see that?
But today, things are looking promising.
Yeah, we just saw a couple of sharks jumping already, right like no more than 100 meters away, so that's fantastic.
Before you know it, they have a blacktip on the line.
We're looking.
Time to act fast. Removing the hook.
Here we go.
Okay, good.
Measuring.
173.
Tagging.
Each of these are individually numbered. Luis is going to dart tag that in right at the base of the dorsal fin.
There we go.
Now, these are acoustic transmitters that will send out a constant ping for the next 5 years. Anytime the shark comes within range of one of the listening stations that we have along the coast here, we'll be able to hear it. We'll know when the shark has come back. And the nice thing is there's an array of these acoustic receivers all along the entire eastern seaboard, all the way up into Canada.
It's turning out to be a banner fishing day.
We had a fantastic day. This is a record. We have never had 8 sharks on the line in one day before, so we did really well today.
Every catch gets him closer to understanding why these predators are here.
What's really interesting about this migration, something that we weren't really expecting, was the very close correlation between shark numbers and water temperature. These sharks really prefer a narrow band of temperatures between about 21 to 24 Celsius. Once the water gets warmer than that, the sharks are gone.
Just like the tourists, they're here for the warm weather. They just don't like it too hot.
One of the longer-term questions is whether warming oceans as a result of global climate change is going to affect the distribution of these sharks. As the oceans get warmer and warmer, the sharks may no longer be coming as far south as Palm Beach. So some people might think, oh great, no more sharks. They're not coming down this far south anymore. But there's a real a real ecological role that these sharks play. They are coming down, and it's like spring cleaning. They come down, they have a tremendous effect on the local ecosystem. They're cleaning out a lot of the fishes before they go off and move back up north again. So it's really important to have them coming down, cleaning out the local reef, so to say.